What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Chart Striker. This is Dana. Hope all of you have had a good day so far. At least, better than the bears are doing right now. And we are gonna get straight into the TA. Before I do, let me just remind you: if you hear alerts go off, don't mind it. Don't mind it, okay? Just for me to keep an eye on some things while I do the TA as usual. So let's get into it. Okay, so earlier today or yesterday my time now, I did speak about this bear flag that we had. Apparently some people are calling it bull flag for some reason, but we had this bear flag that kind of played out. Bitcoin daily candle, guys, closed pretty much more bearish than bullish. Okay, we can't call it a strong bearish candle, but nevertheless it is more bearish than anything else. But here's the funny thing: even though we pulled back to the support areas around 20,367 to 20,530 ish, let's just say $20,500 around these levels. Funny thing is, we are still within this parallel channel in one way or the other, like close, like the difference is not big, and I'm gonna show you when I zoom in. Now this is kind of resetting right now, the RSI. Okay, it started to reset itself. We still have this sell pressure coming in. We are losing strength in the positive momentum. So in other words, we still have positive momentum, but kind of losing the strength. Okay, you don't see those nice green bars right now. They're kind of turning light green, or they have been light green past 3 bars at least. So this is what's going on so far. Okay, like we've been expecting this, we've been talking about this for a few days. It's about time it came. Looking at the 4-hourly, prior 4-hourly candle, kind of closed pretty much bearish. We still have this nice divergence on the 4-hourly, still building. That is still not invalid. It's only gonna be invalid if we close, let's say, well, not let's say, according to TA, it's far from these areas, guys. Like if we close somewhere between below $18,000, it's gonna become invalid. Until then, it is pretty much here. Okay, looking at one of the oscillators, and then we have another one that is gonna become invalid if we close below this 16,800 ish, 16,900 ish level. So there's things going on. Look, this is what happened since the last stream. We broke below this trend line. Okay, we were speaking about it before it happened, and then when we suddenly broke, we kind of retested it, because we didn't touch it to the dot. Okay, but close enough. And then we pulled back, we came to support, and so on and so forth. Right now we are holding, like there is some type of support showing around this 20,700 ish, 20,600 ish. These were the levels I was also looking at more specifically last time when I got that question, what lows I was looking at. But I'm not saying this is the low, because I do not see anything indicating that yet. Okay, but we pulled back to the areas we spoke about, to the areas that was predicted. So good, nice. If you guys can see, hold on, let me just sneeze just a moment. Okay, back. Okay, so if you guys notice, we are below the midterm moving average, the short-term moving average. Short-term is trying, you know, to curl below the midterm right now. I'll have a look at the shorter time frame moving averages as well. Hold on. See, same thing here, pretty much same thing. Okay, the 4-hourly is starting to curl downwards, so if it continues like this and price action is below the short-term moving average, and I'm looking at a 4-hourly chart with other settings of the moving average, if it continues to curl downwards and crosses below, you know, the midterm, not a good sign, not a good sign. Okay, so support levels is pretty much the same. If we see it break below 20,368, see you eventually at the low 20,000s. Okay, that hasn't changed. That would be close to this moving average. We got sell pressure coming in. We got some nice, you know, divergence on the 4-hourly. You know about this. On the daily, you know what levels we need to hold above for the. Well, hold on. Excuse me, it was on the 4-hourly. Okay, you know what levels we have to hold above so that the bad divergence does not, you know, that the nice divergence does not, you know, become invalid. As long as we hold above the certain levels that I mentioned, for example 18,000-ish dollars, meaning we could pull back, but as long as we hold above it, we are fine. If we break below that level, not fine. But I would start to be wary when, you know, if we close below 19,500-ish, below this yellow line. So I'd start to be careful, you know, around these levels. If we close below that level on a daily, on a 4-hourly, that would be some type of a warning sign for me. Okay, so that's what's going on with Bitcoin. You know what's up, it's pretty much, you know, the same as last time. So let's head over to Ethereum real fast. So we're still holding this support that we spoke about in the last stream. Well, not only last stream, a few days ago, we're holding right now. But let's have a look at the daily. We are losing the strength in the positive momentum, like still positive, but we are losing strength. MACD is still bullish. RSI kind of reset, you know, a little bit right now, but daily prior candle closed pretty much bearish, like more bearish than bullish. I can't call it a bearish engulfing candle, but more to the bearish side. Okay, we have sell pressure coming in. Looking at the volume on the 4-hourly, as you guys can see, we are holding support right now, but I do not like the prior 4-hourly candle. This is pretty much a bearish candle. Okay, and looks like we touched this level, we broke below that, you know, sent us all the way here, and we retested it as resistance right now. Like, guys, you have to keep this in mind. I've already spoken about the levels that Ethereum and Bitcoin have to break above on a daily, so we can see some type of a continuation. But this is happening for many reasons. Okay, we are seeing, you know, the bulls losing steam, number one. Number two, there was this clear, you know, bad divergence on both oscillators on top of that, so we have to put everything into consideration. Okay, let's move on to the 4-hourly. Let's see now. We still have room to go a bit lower. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if we come back, you know, to these levels, 1,540, you know, on Ethereum, and then, you know, continue downwards. That is one scenario. Or we just, you know, break this level right here below 1,507 and we pull back a bit lower, at least, you know, to these levels, because not much is holding us, you know, until 1,460-ish areas to 1,435-ish areas. I already spoke about the levels last time, so it's pretty much the same. That hasn't changed a bit. Gotta catch my breath. Hold on, guys. So we have this nice divergence on Ethereum. It's gonna be like valid until we close below, let's say now, the first nice divergence that is gonna become invalid is if we close below this area right here, 1405-ish to 1384-ish. Next nice divergence, that is, if we close below this one, there is one more savior, but if that one is neglected, which is around these areas, if we see any 4-hourly candle close below this area, 1320 to 1307, then it's adios. Okay, it's done for Ethereum as well. We should actually start being a bit cautious if we see it close below 1410-ish dollars. So keep that in mind. Okay, that's Ethereum for now. I do not see like strong support like above that level. If we see any close below this area, this yellow box right here, it's time to be a bit cautious, because then all we have is this one, last resort. Okay, we lose this one, you know the deal. So I wouldn't be surprised if we have some type of a pullback, retest those major trend lines as a resistance, and then continue downwards. Okay, so that's Bitcoin and Ethereum. Let's move on to Solana as well. So Solana closed with a bearish candle, pretty much. Okay, sell pressure coming in, RSI resetting, MACD kind of losing strength, even though it's positive. Keep that in mind. Okay, just because it's losing strength, it doesn't mean it's not positive yet. It's not positive. It's still positive till now, and MACD is pretty much still bullish. Okay. On Solana, we could come and retest these levels. The bottom of this channel, which is around $22-ish. Okay, 21.95, somewhere around these levels. Very possible. And then if we do not see it, pop back inside this channel, and the bottom of this channel acts as resistance, then most likely that we continue lower. Okay. Prior 4-hourly candle, pretty much bearish as well. We have this nice divergence that is gonna be invalid if we see any close below this box right here, which is 16.6-ish dollars. You see any close below that one, nice divergence that is developing, is gonna become invalid. Okay, and 4-hourly has already turned bearish on the MACD, so keep that in mind. We'll see what happens. I think we could see some pullback, at least not these levels. Like, I have a trend line here. If I kind of just do this, hold on. By the way, guys, if you want to learn about trend lines, if you're interested, there's a video in the video section. Just look for it. The one with the title "How to Draw Trend Lines the Correct Way," and you'll learn a few things that I use, on the stream, and you guys see, that they work. They are of use. They do help. You guys can hear I'm like pretty tired, but I'm here because I said I'd be here at, after the daily candle close or before it. So we could come all the way to these levels, 21.76 to 21.96, just $22 pretty much. We could come to these levels. Now if the bottom of this channel acts as resistance and we do not pop in within this channel again, the probabilities are going to be higher that we pull back a bit more, and we can pull back all the way to these levels. Like, there's really not much holding us until $19-ish to, let me just remove this one, $19-ish to 17.7-ish dollars. Okay, keep that in mind. That's Solana pretty much. We hit resistance. Nice, awesome. And since then we've been pulling back. Excuse me, I have to sneeze now and then, but I'm fine, I'm fine. Okay, so that's Solana pretty much. You know, well, we've already spoken about resistance many times. It's actually playing out. Now, you know the support areas that we need to hold, okay? And the other things, we'll just, you know, take it on the next stream tomorrow. Because let's take it level by level, level by level. If we see any strength or, you know, any signs of a reversal at these areas, then good. If not, we'll discuss, you know, next support levels. I've already, you know, spoken about them in the last streams, but we can discuss it again. It's not a problem. So that's Solana pretty much. Now let's head over to Atom. I think I spoke about Atom earlier, Atom earlier, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on. No, it was Aave. Okay. All right. So also at support, if you guys notice, also at support right here. We hit resistance, pulled back, fine. Like we hit resistance all the way at these areas actually, you know, around 13.3. Okay, I just gotta hold on. There we go. We hit resistance around these levels, and then, you know, we just, you know, started pulling back. We started pulling back, which is normal, you know, by the looks of things. And guess what? MACD looks like it wants to go bearish, like we are losing the positive momentum, okay? Our side has reset. It is in nice territories, but I'd be very careful because the daily, you know, candle is not looking like it's favoring the bulls. Fine. On the 4-hourly, we're holding this support, but I don't know how long it's gonna hold. We could come all the way to, actually we did. We came all the way, you know, to these levels, around 11.4-ish, and pull back a little bit, but we can't come all the way to these levels. Like if you see any 4-hourly candle close below this area right here, 11.4-ish dollars, you know, around 11.4, then see eventually back to these levels, you know, old resistance, new support, okay? 10.9 to 10.6-ish dollars, fine. That's pretty much Atom right now. I'm not gonna get into the 1-hourly and so on and so forth because I want to go through some more altcoins real fast, and then maybe tomorrow we can go in, you know, in depth. But let's do some altcoin, you know, some more altcoins today, because earlier I couldn't. I went live just when we were talking about, you know, a correction, you know, being around the corner. The dump kind of starts in some way. So yeah. Okay, next, BNB. We hit resistance. You remember this? I told you guys 310 to 311-ish dollars. This is what we're seeing right now. So this is not strange, okay? We are holding, if I just pull this to the right, as you guys can see, we are kind of holding, you know, this old resistance as new support right now, all the way to this blue line right here that you guys can see. I already showed you earlier, I think. We kind of bounced off it, but I don't see any signs of a reversal yet on the 4-hourly, on the daily, okay? Our side is fine. We are losing the positive momentum. MACD is still bullish. On the 4 hourly, sell pressure is definitely there. We do have some nice divergence, but it's gonna be completely invalid if we close below $280 on the 4 hourly. Okay, so if you see any close below $280 on a 4 hourly, then you know it's invalid, pretty much. Fine. Next support I'll be looking at, if this doesn't hold, if the 280 doesn't hold, that is. Hold on. See, because I think I drew it on another chart just before. Yeah, not much holding us. If the $280 doesn't hold, let's just say between 280 to 274, okay, just to be a bit more conservative, then there's really not much holding us until 264-ish to 260-ish for a start. If that doesn't hold, see eventually around 253-ish to 251, okay? So that's BNB pretty much, and we can move on. Like, we can come back to these levels, 293-ish and so on. But if we do not get above 293 on a 4 hourly, most likely that we will continue downwards as well. So that's BNB. Now next, I'm gonna go through this real fast, so we can make it in time, not like last time. Daily dodge, we hit resistance like twice, so one had the chance to get up twice, really. Okay, we are pulling back, we are testing this old resistance as support right now. If we close anywhere below 0.07854, see eventually around 0.074-ish, 5-ish dollars, fine. Like, even a 4 hourly candle close below 0.078-ish dollars, the bottom of this box could push it to these levels, On the daily, there was bad divergence. Like, if we had closed above 0.1, it would have been invalid, but the bad divergence is kind of playing out right now. Okay, RSI is in neutral territories pretty much. We are losing the positive momentum, like strength in the positive momentum at least. Volume is like not quite there. Okay, not quite there. On the 4 hourly, there is some nice divergence building, but if we close below this box right here, okay, the 4 hourly support, if we close below this one, then it's gonna be invalid. So you see any 4 hourly candle close below 0.0743, then it's gonna be invalid, and most likely that we pull back all the way to these levels around 0.072-ish to 0.07, the lows of 0.07. okay, so that's pretty much, like, look, we had this nice bull fight. We kind of it gave one another chance to maybe go long until the resistance level, or get out, and a second chance to get out. So we had this one here. Hold on. So that's pretty much it for Dodge as well. Okay, cool. Now next, Gala. There was a nice bull flag. It played out, hit resistance to the dot, okay? Now we are at support levels. Now if we see any close below 0.042-ish dollars, very likely that we come to these levels, 0.039 to 0.037-ish dollars, okay? Daily closed with a, line that favors. It looks like it closed favoring the bears more than the bulls right now, okay? Unfortunately. We are losing strength in the MACD, even though it's still bullish. RSI is resetting. Like, guys, I've been talking about this a while, so I hope you guys were cautious and ready and so on and so forth. So that's pretty much Gala. Like, we're gonna have a fast look through things, real fast. I don't think I've ever been this fast, going through TA, but let's do this next. So we've had a look at, just so I have to take notes, just to Bitcoin, Ethereum, Atom as well, Gala, BNB, okay, moving on. For the Zen lovers, we have to do this because I didn't have time to go through it earlier. We are at support levels. You see, if I draw this box, like if I just, extend it to the right, there you go. Not changing the range, just extending, damn it, extending it to the right, okay? We have this box. We are at the top of this box, testing it as support right now. I do not see, well, let's have a look at the daily. Yep, I don't see that the bears are tired or anything like that on the daily. On the 4-hourly, not quite. There is a fight going on, but I can't say that they're tired yet right now. Like, there's still a chance we can come all the way to 1648, and then maybe we see, some action go on. But there is a fight going on. Let's have a look at the art. Hold on. Let's look at. Yeah, there is no nice divergence. I thought there was, but there isn't. MACD is bearish. We got negative momentum on the histogram. Okay, RSI is below neutral, close to neutral though. Like, let's zoom in, and okay, here we could see a little bit more that there is a fight going on. Okay, like, bears look tired, but they're not gone. They're not out of the picture. We do have resistance around these levels. Let me just roll it for you. If we see an hourly close above this level, see eventually around, next areas, which is just, with this. This is one that's already been respected earlier, before. Around these levels, next would be the next resistance. That is, if we see an hourly candle goes above 1816 at least, that could take us a bit higher, okay? And remember, I can see that bears are kind of losing steam, but they're still here. Like, I like this this action right here, but they're still here. There's some bad divergence also, growing on the oscillator, so keep that in mind. So that's a Zen pretty much. You already know about the support, which I've spoken about before we were even close to these levels. Okay, right now there is some type of demand here at least, so that's a good thing. Okay, so that was Zen. Okay, next. Shall we do ape or not? Maybe near instead? Yeah, near. This one was a nice one, you know, just like quant, it got respected very, very much. Like we spoke about it when I was telling you guys a reversal is incoming already when we were at these levels, and I told you guys we could come back and retest, you know, the lows, and it happened. And since then, it was straight up, not straight up. We had some corrections at resistance, you know, and so on. But I mean, we came and we touched this main resistance right here. If we would have seen a close above 2.3, eventually we would have, you know, come to retest, you know, to test 2.8-ish dollars. But unfortunately, we didn't, you know, get to these levels, 2.8 to $2.9. Prior daily candle closed pretty much bearish, okay? There is still positive momentum on the oscillators, but looks like we are losing it right now. RSI reset itself. Like there is really not much support until, well, this is support right now, as you guys can see, but if we lose this one, see eventually around, you know, these areas, 1.8-ish to 1.7-ish dollars, okay? Not much going on. Let me have a look at the short-term moving averages as well. Let's see now, near. Where is it? Because the moving averages here, you guys know, these are my own settings, so I'm gonna have a look at the ones most people use. I think most people use at least. Okay, there. So, moving averages. It's neither this or that. Short-term moving average is above the midterm when it comes to the daily time frame, but problem is we're so far away from the long term, like so far away, okay? So it's not really favoring the bulls, okay? On the 4-hourly, short-term is curling downwards, so if it crosses below, you know, the midterm, we are gonna go lower. Like there is not much holding us, okay? Right now though, on the 4-hourly, something that we have to discuss, just like, you know, the other charts, which could take us just a bit higher, maybe to touch, you know, certain points and then, you know, retest them as, you know, resistance areas. Near is doing the same thing, okay? We do have some nice averages on both oscillators, obviously. If we close anywhere below, let's say, first one would be 1.7, just this level, okay, 1.75-ish. First nice averages is gonna become invalid. Second one would be around this area right here. If we close anywhere below 1.55-ish, the second nice averages that could develop is also invalid, okay? Could become invalid, I mean. So we can come all the way to these levels right now. Well, what I can see, we can come all the way, you know, to 2.2-ish dollars, like wouldn't be that strange, you know, 2.2, 2.3. If that doesn't, well, first of all, we have to get back to this level right here, 2.1. Let's just say, let me just do this. If we start, going back up, we could see, resistance around these levels and then, fall back downwards. But if we break above this area, it's eventually around, 2.35-ish, 2.4-ish. And if you see any 4-hourly candle close above 2.4, chances are higher that we go back to this, not back, but we go to that, major resistance area around 2.8-ish dollars, okay? That's pretty much near, so we can move on to the next one. I don't know if we did Dogecoin on the last stream. If we didn't, I think we did. And we also did it now, so because I feel like I forgot something about Dogecoin, but I think I've covered it up. Otherwise, I'll just let you know tomorrow if I remember again. If I don't know why, I feel like I forgot to mention something on Dogecoin. But maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, we'll move on to the next one. Guys, like I'm super tired. It's 2:47 a.m. But a promise is a promise. Well, I didn't promise, but my word is my word. I did say I'd come back later on, an hour late after the daily candle close, but I made it. Just had to eat some food and so on and so forth. Tina. Okay, so we've had a look at so far Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dodge, Zen, BNB, Near, Atom, and Gala. Okay. We also had a look at Solana. Not to forget that one. Had a look at Solana as well. All right, one more, and then we're good to go. Let's see now. Let's do Aleph or Fetch. I don't know, Aleph or Fetch. Aleph or Fetch. Okay, let's do this one. Fetch.ai. So on the daily, we are losing, the strength on the positive momentum. RSI is resetting. We do have this bad divergence going on. The entire daily candle is bad. This pattern is bad in itself, like favoring the bears, if anything else. So it's not bad, but it's just favoring the bears, okay? Now we hit resistance to the dot, literally, and looks like we can pull back. Like we are holding the support, but if this doesn't hold, if we close anywhere below 0.2469 on the 4-hourly chart, it's eventually around these levels, between 0.227 to 0.2-ish dollars. If we lose that one, next support would be around these areas, okay? There is no nice divergence on the histogram on the RSI, we got some, but if we close below this area, it's gonna be invalid. Keep that in mind, okay? So that's pretty much it for Fetch. I hope you guys liked the stream. This was one of the fastest streams. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found value in it. And if you did, smash that like, hit that subscribe button, and especially that, bell, so you guys do not miss me on the next live stream. And until then, guys, stay safe. Take care. Good night, and I'll see you on the next one. And thank you for tuning in. Much love. Ciao.